Hello snowboarders of the internet, I'm your host Avran LeFeber, and in this video we're going to do a review of the new Rossignol Sawblade. That's right, the little brother to the Jigsaw. This board is available in three sizes, 145, 150, and 155. This board features Rossignol's AmpTech Auto Turn Rocker, which is 20% camber between the feet, so basically the dead center, and then rocker in the tip and the tail. A lot of play, but you still have some snap of camber in between the feet. I rode this board at Copper Mountain on a day that was a little bit hazy with the sun poking through it. The groomers were super fast, the park was on point, it was a little bit colder, there wasn't any wind with my K2 Indies and my K2 Thraxis boots. This board is a jib stick through and through. It's a softer flex. You're going to notice right away that you have a ton of play from inside the insert pack out to the tip and the tail with a little more stability right where that camber zone is. There is a lot of torsional flex, and this is one of those boards that it's stable for a jib stick. It's not stable anywhere else. You're going to feel every bump and vibration across the mountain when you ride with it. It's a board that's very lively and not very damp. I know what you're saying to yourself, Avran, it's a jib stick, there's not going to be any pop. Wrong. This board actually has a ton of snap, which is surprising because the camber zone is literally this big. I mean, it's maybe about 10 to 12 inches of camber on this thing before the insert packs and then a shit ton of rocker. But what happens is that center point flexes when you load it, and it resonates the power out underfoot in that rocker, and you get skate-like snap with it with a lot of force. So you get a ton of pop with this board with very minimal effort. It makes it fun for small and medium-ish jumps. I think anything about 20 feet would really be pushing it with this board, maybe 25. But overall, for just riding through the park, ollieing onto rails, hitting whalebacks, side hits, totally fine. Alright, so we already know this board's super soft, it's super playful. You have an immense rocker zone that you can just lock into a press or a butter. As a joke, I did a tail press across a whole cat track at Copper, passing my friend with just the front end completely off the ground, going Mach 10. Like, this thing just presses super easy. If you do not know how to jib or butter, great option right here for you. There's just no such thing as a sweet spot because the whole board is the sweet spot. It locks into rails, it locks into presses. You got that micro camber zone between the feet, which really lets you just lock into board slides. This board, gibber's paradise. That's all I'm gonna say. But can it carve? Yes, it actually could carve. There are some severe limitations. You don't want to overpower this board or it's just gonna fold on you. But getting on an edge, it stays locked in and you can really drive it if you need to. You just have to know where the sweet spot is to not overextend it and cause it to wash out. That's it. Probably put this thing into an episode of Can Kevin Carve It now. So who is this for? It's definitely 100% for the progressing freestyle rider. Someone that's not ready for a jigsaw, definitely not ready for a jigsaw heavy duty. Someone that's just like, I want to learn to press and butter and maybe hit some small jumps. I think this board perfectly fits into the progression of jigsaw and jigsaw heavy duty from Rossignol. It's the little brother, it's the tag along, it's like they still want to hold their own and progress, but they're not ready to step up to the big brothers type stuff. It's a fun fucker on board. I had a blast on it. It's just a board you really have no expectations for, and it kind of surprises you. Comparable boards. The K2 Worldwide Weapon, the Yes Libre, Yes Jackpot, the Capita Horoscope, Capita Scotty Stevens. That's kind of as soft as this thing was too. Basically any of those jib boards that are out there on the market are very comparable to this. This has been my review of the Rossignol Sawblade. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you own one? Are you considering buying one? Leave me a comment down below. Let's have a conversation. After you do that, remember to subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of these reviews or the other video content that we've got coming out. And if you'd really like to support us, swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP. I promise you there's a great way to get stickers over there. As always, I've been your host, Avran LeFeber. I'll be your host, Avran LeFeber, in the future, but I've been your host today, and I'll see you in another video.